For centuries, the galaxy dismissed humanity as a myth, a ruthless, stubborn species from a forgotten world, whispered about by elder races. No evidence remained, no homeworld, no ruins, just tales of a force that shaped the stars before vanishing. The Galactic Council, ruling thousands of worlds, believed itself the pinnacle of civilization, its fleets unmatched, its technology supreme. But when the Drek Dominion launched its conquest, swallowing systems in flames, the Council's power cracked. No one could stop the Drek, until the sky over Xanthra Prime split apart. A rift tore through space, and from it emerged ships unlike any known, angular, battle-scarred, forged for war. Their hulls bore no insignia, their weapons crackled with ancient power. A single transmission followed, in a language thought lost: "We are human, and we have returned." The Drek scoffed, believing humanity a ghost story. They fired first, their plasma lances scorching toward the lead human vessel. But the ship's armor absorbed the hit, and its retaliation was devastating. Kinetic rounds, moving at impossible speeds, shattered Drek shields. The human fleet advanced with cold precision, obliterating the Drek Armada in hours. Their message echoed again: "This galaxy forgot us. You erased our history. You were wrong." The aftermath sent shockwaves through the galaxy. The Drek, once unstoppable, were crushed. The Galactic Council, watching from their ivory towers, struggled to comprehend. Legends painted humanity as a fallen species, consumed by its own wars. Yet here they were, scavenging the wreckage with chilling efficiency. They hadn't come for diplomacy or alliances, they came as conquerors. High Chancellor Vexer of the Alvari Dominion stood in the Council's Grand Hall as reports flooded in. The battle lasted 4 hours, 1,000 Drek warships were eradicated. The human fleet formed an impenetrable wall in Drek space, ignoring Council hails. "That silence is worse than any declaration of war," a reptilian counselor growled. Vexer didn't disagree. Aboard the UHS Retribution, Admiral Elias Varos watched his fleet sweep the battlefield. The ship's AI, Omen, reported, "Drek forces eliminated, 98%, human casualties, 0.4%. "Too easy," Varos muttered. Captain Ren Vasquez smirked, "Ghost stories don't usually shoot back." Varos's eyes darkened. "They will soon." The Council, paralyzed by fear, convened an emergency summit on their capital world, Zor. The humans hadn't stopped at the Drek Armada, they were dismantling the Dominion's empire, world by world. The Drek, once feared, were now prey. "This is a crisis," Vexer said. "The humans are real and advancing." Azari brood mother chittered, "Unite and exterminate them." Vexer's jaw tightened. "We face something else entirely." Grainy footage of a human transmission played, "We do not seek war, but we will not be forgotten." Then, chillingly, it showed a Drek planet under human control. Not slaughtered, but rebuilt. Factories roared, defenses rose, and subjugated locals were unharmed. "This is not conquest," an Alvari envoy muttered. "This is an empire," Vexer finished. The humans hadn't returned for vengeance, they returned to rule. On the Retribution, Varos oversaw the reclamation of another Drek world. The galaxy had erased humanity's history, and that mistake would not be repeated. A council transmission requesting peace talks arrived. Varos smiled grimly. "Not yet," he said. "First, we make them remember." The humans continued their methodical erasure of the Drek, taking systems with brutal efficiency. The Drek homeworld, Carvo 6, fell under siege. In a month, humanity achieved what the Council couldn't in centuries. "They're executing them," Azari brood lord hissed. "Yet they spare civilians," an Alvari diplomat noted. The humans weren't conquerors, they were erasing an enemy from history. Vexer, feeling history's weight, made a desperate decision. "I will go to them myself." Aboard the Retribution, she faced Varos, his presence like gravity. His soldiers, clad in black armor, moved with lethal discipline. You asked for a meeting, Varos said coldly. Here we are. Vexor followed him through the ship's dark corridors. You didn't respond to our messages, she said. You had nothing to offer, Varos replied. Busy wiping out a species, she shot back. Varos stopped, his gaze piercing. They were already dead. They just didn't know it. In a tactical chamber, Varos Saturday, why are you here? He asked. Vexor exhaled. The council fears what happens after the Drek. Varos leaned back. Your council wants to contain us. To stop humanity from taking back what's ours. Her chest tightened. You believe the galaxy belongs to you? His lips curled. I know what was stolen from us. Vexor pressed, what does humanity want? Varos's eyes burned. Justice. Her pulse quickened. The Drek are gone. If this was justice, it's over. Varos smirked. You think this ends with the Drek? They were just the beginning. The rest of you, those who stood by, you're next. Humanity, he revealed, had been betrayed. They'd built an empire, had allies, but when war came, the council abandoned them. We fought alone. We died alone, Varos said. Vexor's mind raced. No record spoke of this betrayal. Then Varos dropped a bombshell, Earth, our homeworld, was lost. Not destroyed, lost. And we think the council had something to do with it. Vexor's blood ran cold. That's impossible, she stammered. Varos's gaze was unyielding. Someone erased Earth from the record. We'll find the truth. He stood, ending the meeting. Tell your council, humanity is back, and we're not asking for permission. Vexor returned to a chaotic council. The humans aren't here to negotiate, she said. The Drek are finished, and then they come for us. Azari warlord growled, we've committed no crimes. Vexor snapped, did we stop the Drek? Did any of us? Silence answered. They believe we erased them. They're a force of nature, and they won't stop until their enemies are dust. As the council fractured, Varos prepared his next moves. The Drek were gone, and human fleets advanced into council space. Some worlds resisted, falling swiftly. Others surrendered, joining the united human systems. The humans didn't slaughter or enslave, they rebuilt, offering protection the council never could. Planets joined willingly, drawn by humanity's promise, never again would the weak suffer. Vexor watched the council crumble. We need real negotiations, she urged, not as rulers, but as survivors in their new order. Protests erupted, but all knew the truth, the war was over before it began. Humanity had won. On the Retribution, Vexor stood beside Varos, staring at his vast armada. Why let me live? She asked. We don't want a graveyard, he said. We want a future. Humanity could have burned the galaxy but chose to change it. The Council's era of politics and deception was gone, replaced by an empire forged in war, risen from the shadows. What happens now? Vexor asked. Varos's gaze was unreadable. Now, we build. The era of the Galactic Council was over. The era of humanity had begun, and the stars would never be the same.